I hope you are ready. You will need to fight your way to Vicrus, and will not be able to rest once inside her estate. Excellent. Remember, ring the bell of summoning once you're done. That is the only way I will learn of your success.
Now, take it to the wind.
Can I assist you?
Found me after all. I don't know how you did it, but you know what's funny? I no longer care.
You traitor! You had me, my friends, and other innocent wild mages hunted and killed, while you just sat here in your grand estate having wild surges in private, letting it all happen. I'll kill you for what you've done.
I know.
So, you surrender?
Surrender? No. What for? Even if I survive, I'm ruined. Everyone will know. You don't understand. I don't care anymore. I'm a wild mage, and I'm free.
Splendid. You have done it. For that, I thank you. Ah, yes. My end of the bargain. But I am afraid that, though you have done as I bid, I must now end your life. I needed you to take care of Vicrus discreetly, so that no one might know my role in her demise. As long as you live, there is evidence against me. I must tie up all loose ends. I should also add that the tales of your prowess were beginning to disturb me. There are enough great powers in Faerun. I care for no more rivals. Just so. I have the power of centuries at my fingertips, Bhaal. You wield the power of a few paltry years. You will become dust, and I shall live on, as I ever have, as I ever will. Enough. You have done well, Bhaal. I am impressed. I trust you will not return to Thay again, nor let others know of my part in Vicrus's demise. Gather what you need from this place. I shall send you back to Tithir. Gather your things before I change my mind.
This is a strange place that you've brought me to, my friend. I have little doubt that it's for a good reason. Do you require my assistance, or is there some other purpose to your summoning?
Halt. Go no farther. I wish to speak with you, my old ward. Yes, Gorion. Have you forgotten all that I taught you, brought you up to be? Have you forgotten me? I tried to save you from your destiny, I tried to turn you into a force for good. And what have you done? Carved a path of blood and murder wherever you go. I saved you. I hid you from those who would hunt you. I taught you and enabled you to become what you are. I died for you. How many more must come to grief before you see I am correct? How many must die? What of your many former companions? How many are dead now because of you? I will not allow you to be the one who causes the prophecy to become true. I won't allow it. I will see you dead first. You will not be the one who causes the prophecy to come true, my ward. Bow before me and renounce your life. Your power is too much. Cunning, godchild. It shall be a pleasure to feast upon your soul.
You have come you have. The powerful one who is the spawn of the dead master. Nayeli knew you would come, she did.
Forgive my intrusion, but you have seemed troubled lately. Are you finding the responsibilities of your divine heritage somewhat overwhelming?
Why, hello, Cerned. You're a druid, right? Maybe you can answer a question for me.
I am a druid, yes. And of course, I would be happy to answer any of your questions. Although that mischievous look of yours tells me I'm about to be made fun of.
Forgive me, Imoen, if I'm being too inquisitive, but I simply must know. Are you feeling any ill effects from the taint on your soul?
Ill effects? What kind of ill effects? Irritableness? Nausea, tone deafness, sudden cravings for pasta in the middle of the night? That sort of thing?
I must say, Mazzy, you are proving to be quite unique among the halflings I've met in my experience.
How do you mean?
I see we meet again. I had foreseen that such an event would take place. I should have known that it would be soon, with the ball spawn incidents increasing so rapidly.
Your end shall be quick, if you let it.
Most anxious, Nile is, oh yes. Have you found her precious heart, Spawn Child? Yes, at last Naomi has her heart. Naomi had forgotten how it feels to have a heart shared. Many old memories. It makes Naomi sad.
Nalia, do you intend to go back to your castle once all of this is over?
I don't know. Perhaps. If I do, though, things will have to be different. What was that for, Mazzy? Why did you bump me?
To remind you to keep your eyes on the road ahead. You are far away from him, Nalia, and in our current life that can mean death in an instant.
It appears the seeds that our sire sowed long ago are about to come to fruition. For good or ill, the issue will be finally resolved very soon.
What is it, fiend? Why do you continue to stare at me? Out with it!
Do not presume to order me about, small one. A fighter's skill you may have, but it is still contained within the form of nothing but a mouse.
Keep your eyes off me, Saravak. I don't know what you are, but I don't want you near me.
Ah, so the sorceress can sense the difference in me, can she? Do I alarm you, girl?
It is you, isn't it? Ever since I left the circus, I wondered when That's odd. I don't remember when I left the circus. What is this place?
Back on the plains, is it? Swept off the prime and whisked away like a soaring eagle into new adventure. Glad I am to see you, my raven.
As you arrive in the clearing, the first thing that draws your attention is the plume of smoke billowing from nearby Saradush. Its walls have been breached in several places, and its utter devastation shows a city that has been completely sacked by invaders. Bodies of soldiers are everywhere, as is the stench of death. The screams of the innocent attempting to flee can still be heard. Yagashura and his army are nowhere in your immediate sight.
I thought I would have to content myself with slaughtering all the weakling Bhaal in this city and forgetting about you. But here you are. I should have been the first sent after you, and now I shall prove it. Yagashura shall become even greater still. What? No! No, this cannot be. I am wounded. Yagashura cannot be defeated. Men, destroy them. Rip the hearts from their chests and make them suffer. You have weakened me. You and that foul witch, I know it. No matter. Yagashura will defeat you yet. No!
I greet you, you who are of divine blood. It is time for your education to continue. You have been brought to this place because you are ready, Godchild. The first step towards the fulfillment of your destiny has been taken. Yagashura is dead by your hand, and the forces in play now move swiftly toward conclusion. Now you must know yourself and your past to reveal your future. Listen and be judged. To look upon oneself and ask, what is my nature? One must know one's origin. Your own origin is a mystery to you, Godchild. You have no beginning, and without a beginning, how can there be an ending? What do you know of your birth? What do you know of your mother? Of your life before Gorion brought you to the safety of Candlekeep? Your past unfolds. You would do well to heed it closely.
I am your mother. I am Aliana. a disciple of the great Lord of Murder, a priestess of Bhaal. In the time of troubles did Bhaal himself come and whisper in mine ear. I was to give birth to one of the children, to you. I rose my arms up and hailed my Lord of Murder with great joy at my fate. Others of Bhaal's order took me away to hide us in the darkest temple, away from prying eyes. Others of the children were there, and when our great Bhaal died, did we begin our task.
Her task was to slay her own child, sacrifice her babe upon the bloodiest of altars.
I would slay you, my child, so Bhaal could live again.
But I and several of my colleagues had discovered the location of this temple. We attacked and stopped your mother from performing the sacrifice.
We resisted. This was the will of Bhaal, father of my child.
They were many, and their magic was strong. We had little time. I killed the priestess.
He slew me. Your mother!
I rescued you and fled from the temple, even as many other Bhaal-spawn babes died.
But not all of us died. Some of us used the chaos to escape, to flee.
Yes, not all the Bhaal-spawn children died that night. I saved the only one I could.
He could only save one. There was no time for more. But I was there as well.
I chose you. I could not save both of you.
He left me behind, saving you instead. And so I fled on my own, raised by foster parents in the Iron Throne. It mattered not. I killed Gorion in the end.
And so your past is made plain. Your mother, a priestess of Bhaal, killed by Gorion. And what of your brother, Sarevok? What if fate had not intervened, and Gorion had raised him rather than you? Would you have become as he was? Would Sarevok be in your place now if but for the smallest twist of fate? Is there a debt between you, then, that is yet unpaid? We are finished, then, for now. Return to your cocoon plane. You will find part of it now open to you. Investigate as you wish. Consider what you have learned here today. Farewell, godchild.
You live! I had heard the sounds of combat and returned this way only to find the giant dead and you gone. My own escape was a narrow one. Once the walls were breached, Yagashura thundered through the city almost too quickly for us to react. I tried to get the Bhaal-spawn out, but it was too late. Yagashura seemed to think you were in the city and was eager to seek you out. He slaughtered them all, and there was nothing I could do.
Your sideways glances begin to annoy me, Bard. Say your piece or drag your eyes elsewhere.
Forgive this sparrow's curiosity, my fierce hound, but my eyes are drawn of their own accord. You have walked where every mortal must eventually go, though precious few return as you have. The way you look at me, my mourning dove, I expect you've something on your mind. Come, ask the sparrow what you wish, and put your mind at ease.
It's just that, for all the destruction and death we've seen as of late, you seem awfully unperturbed. I think all of this is horrifying, and yet you just seem so unaffected. Herr Delise, you have been staring at our leader with that look off and on for several hours now. Don't you think that's a little rude?
I find myself unable to tear my eyes away. In the Doom Guard, we appreciate the forces of entropy that bring destruction in their wake. And with each passing day, I see a personification of that force taking shape before me.
I have a question for you, Imoen. You have the taint of Bhaal within you. Does this mean that you will turn into the Slayer as well?
I certainly hope not. I've been thinking more and more lately about that myself, though.
I've been watching you a little since you got your soul back from Irenicus. There's something different in you. I can feel it.
It is so good to see a friendly face again, though I can scarcely believe it. What is this place? After the fall of the Twofold Temple, I returned to Athkatla, seeking to redeem myself in the eyes of the Sun Soul Order. Since then, I've continued to hunt Alagoth, seeking vengeance for my brother's death. I heard he had been sighted in Tethir, and was seeking him there when you reached out to me. What would you have me do now?
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Is there something you seek?
These assassins were clearly here to kill me. Alagoth won't be satisfied until the last of my order is dead. For as long as he lives, which God's willing will not be long at all.
Oh, it's you again.
What is this I see? A wingless bird. How fitting that you should flop along with this group, eager to prove your worth.
I have already proven my worth. To everyone as well as myself. So, tell me a little about Sigil, my bard. Do you think we might travel there someday?
If we ever gaze upon the marvels of the City of Doors, my darling, it will be because we are meant to. One often arrives in Sigil without meaning to, or never finds it, even after an exhaustive search.